a long time ago in a neighborhood not far away from First Lutheran. 'Twas the week before Christmas, 1978, my senior year at Augustana. And all through my apartment, that's just behind me at the time, not a creature was stirring, other than, well, an occasional grunt or snort from my two roommates who just crashed after first semester finals. I'll have to admit, there was some stirring of my stomach as well. The reason? I was about to propose to my now wife of 41 years, Kathy, before she flew home the next day for Christmas break at Augie, to spend some time with her family who lived in northwest Montana on Flathead Lake. Well, earlier that evening, before leaving work at Norman's Menswear, which was about just a block from here, I told my colleagues, guys, tonight's the night. The invitation of all invitations, the big proposal. I thought it all through. We're back at the apartment here. I had the table set with the small candle, little James Taylor ready to play on the stereo, naturally. And if I remember correctly, the entree was either going to be pot pies or TV dinners. I mean, they were at least banquet kind. But I did have some champagne ready. Kathy said yes, getting rather teary-eyed, and I got rather teary-eyed, and I think James Taylor started to play Shower the People, maybe. Darn it, couldn't pop that champagne open. I was hunching over that bottle like some bodybuilder on a final pose down, and I was determined not to be outsmarted by a piece of cork. And then, boom, that sucker shot out of the bottle like a missile and nailed me right below my right eye. Soon I was sporting this really nice shiner. Now imagine the howling of my colleagues the next day as I walked into work at Norman's with this black eye. No, I mean, really, guys, I said. She did say yes. It was an invitation I'll never forget. My friends, to receive an invitation is to be honored, held in esteem. Invitations imply, or at least they should, that you matter, you count. And for that reason, all invitations deserve a kind and thoughtful response. But the most incredible invitations are not found in envelopes or over a cell phone text or even over a bottle of champagne. They're found in the Bible. You can't read through the Bible without hearing God's issuing invitations all over the place, inviting Abraham and Sarah to be the forebears of faith and a blessing for all people of the earth, for Moses to lead his people Israel out of bondage in Egypt. Yes, God is a God who invites. Invited Mary to bear the Savior of the world, and Jesus' disciples to fish for people. And in our gospel text for this coming weekend, from Matthew chapter 22, God is the King who prepares his palace, sets the table, and invites you to come and have a special place in his kingdom for always. The invitation is not in some words, again, on some fancy card, but in the personal word made flesh of a person whose hands were nailed to a cross, overcoming sin and death for you. So I invite you to come to God's house of worship this coming weekend, to hear once more his word of invitation, calling you his beloved daughter or son, especially if you've been drifting away from his forgiving, grace-filled word for you that you are so yearning to hear. Our worship services are at 5 or Saturday, on Saturday, and 9 and 11 on Sunday in our main sanctuary. You can also tune in live at 9 or 11 on Sunday on YouTube, or watch the telecast on KSFY at 11 on Sunday morning. My friends, you're invited to a party. God's grace to you this day.